Good morning, students. In this tutorial, you will learn some advanced SQL commands. In the previous chapter, you have learned some basic SQL commands like inserting record in a table, creating a table, deleting a record, selecting specific rows from a table, selecting specific columns from a table. Now, in this chapter, you will learn sorting in SQL. Means if you have a table and you want to arrange the results in a particular order, then you can sort it by using order by clause. Then you will learn some functions in MySQL, some aggregate functions in SQL. You will learn group by clause. When we can use these aggregate functions, we can group the records. And then aggregate functions and conditions on group by using having clause. So let's start with order by clause. Suppose we have a table, and if we want to arrange that table in a particular order, suppose we have a table in which we have student name, marks, roll number, and I want to sort it according to the marks, either in ascending order or descending order. I can use this order by clause. By default, if we have not written either ascending or descending, so the order is ascending order only. This is the syntax. Select column names from table name. Order by, we can give multiple column names if we want to sort according to different columns. Here is an example. Suppose we are having student table. It is having roll number, name, class and marks. And if we want to sort this table according to the class, means I want this table class wise. So I will write the query, select asterisk from student, order by class. So my records will be sorted according to class. Now suppose we are having student table with the following data. And if we are writing the query, select asterisk from student, order by class, DESC. Then my records will be arranged in descending order of class. See, in the previous example, we have not used DESC command. So the class was arranged in ascending order. Here we have used DESC keyword, then the classes are arranged in descending order. Now, if I want to sort the result according to two columns, means first of all by class and then by marks. That means if there are more students of the same class, then they should be sorted according to their marks. So, I'll write the query, select asterisk from student, order by class, ASC, comma, marks, ASC. That means, what will it do? First of all, it will arrange my records class-wise. Then, if we have more than one record of the same class, then it will arrange those records according to their marks, means in ascending order of their marks. Suppose, now I'll change a query a bit. I'll write select asterisk from student, order by class, ASC, comma, marks, DESC. Then see what will happen. The class will be arranged in ascending order only. And those records who are having the same class, they will be sorted in descending order of their marks. See, you can see the result in the below table. Next topic is functions in SQL. We can use functions in SQL. There are some predefined functions in SQL to enhance its functionality so that our work can be easier. The functions are categorized into two categories. First is single row functions and second is multiple row functions. Single row functions are the one who work on single row and return one output per row. That means input is also one row and output is also one row. Then multiple row functions. These functions work on a group of rows and return one result for the complete set of rows. That means input is multiple rows and output is a single row. These are also known as aggregate functions or group functions. Some examples are AVG, sum, etc. Now see, by using this chart, we will be able to easily understand the difference between the different functions. See, in single row functions, there is a single input. This arrow denotes a single input and this arrow denotes a single output. Whereas in multiple row functions or group functions, there are multiple rows for input and for output, there is a single row. So, the examples of single row functions are character, numeric, date, generic and conversion functions. Now, the examples of multiple row or group functions are sum, max, count, min, average. Now, we will study about aggregate functions. An aggregate function performs a calculation on multiple values and returns a single value. For example, you can use the AVG aggregate function that takes multiple numbers and returns the average value of the numbers. Following is a list of aggregate functions supported by MySQL. First is sum. What will it do? It will take multiple rows as input, calculates its sum and give a single row as output, that is the sum of those rows. Similarly, min, it will calculate the minimum value of the given column. It will take multiple rows as input and calculate the minimum value and give the minimum value a single row as output. Same is for max. It will calculate the maximum value in the given column. It will take multiple values as input, calculate the maximum value and then give the output as the only one output, that is the maximum value. Then AVG. AVG function will calculate the average of the given columns. That means there are multiple rows in the input. It will calculate its average and give the result as single row. Count. Again, it will take multiple input as rows. It will count the total number of values or records as per given columns and it will give a single row result, that is a total number of records. Now see how aggregate functions work with null. Consider a table EMP having the following records, as null values are excluded while AVG aggregate function is used. First, select sum sal from EMP. In this EMP table, we have got 3 columns, code, name and sal. In this query, we are only calculating the sum of sal column. But there are 2 nulls in this column. So, while calculating the sum, it will exclude null and calculate the sum of other values. Like it will calculate the sum of 4500 plus 3500 plus 4000. So, the result will be 12,000. So, the result of this query will be 12,000. That is a single output. Now next, select min sal from EMP. Again, null will be excluded. Null value will not come as minimum salary because it will be excluded. So we have 3 values, 4500, 3500 and 4000. So the minimum value over here is 3500. So it will give result as 3500. Next, select max sal from EMP. It will calculate the maximum salary. Again, it will exclude the null values and the maximum salary is 4500. select count sal from EMP. Again, it will exclude the null values. It will count only those rows which are having some value. So, the result will be 3, not 5. Because we have values only in 3 rows in this column. Select AVG sal from EMP. Again, it will exclude null values. It will calculate the average of 4500, 3500 and 4000 and give a single result. The result will be 4000. Now see, in the last query, we have written select count asterisk from EMP. Here in the previous query, we have written select count sal from EMP and the result was 3. But if we will write count asterisk from EMP instead of count sal, then asterisk means all columns. So it will count the number of rows from any column. Like it will not count only sal column, it will count all the columns. So there are total number of 5 rows in this table. That means the result will be 5. You have to note this difference in count sal and count asterisk. Asterisk means all the columns. Now, next topic is group by clause. The group by clause groups a set of rows or records into a set of summary rows or records by values of columns or expressions. It returns one row for each group. We often use group by clause with aggregate functions such as sum, AVG, max, min and count. The aggregate function that appears in the select clause provides information about each group. The group by clause is an optional clause of the select statement. The syntax is select column 1, column 2 and so on. And then aggregate function from table name where condition group by, then we will write the name of the column to which we want to group. Now let us take one example. We have student table with the following data: roll number, name, class and marks. Now I will write a query: select class from student, group by class. I want only class as output and I want to group it according to class. That means I have 3 groups: class 1, class 2 and class 10. See, here class 10 was repeated 3 times. But when we are using group by, it will give class 10 once only. The aggregate function allows us to perform the calculation of set of rows and return a single value. The group by clause is often used with an aggregate function to perform calculation and return a single value for each subgroup. For example, if you want to know the number of students in each class, you can use the count function with the group by clause as follows. Suppose we are taking the same student table with 4 columns: roll number, name, class and marks. Now I want to count the occurrences of those class, that how many times that particular class is being repeated. So I will write query select class, comma, count asterisk from student, group by class. So the output will be first of all class column and then count asterisk. It will count the number of classes. Why? Because at last we have written group by class. That means it will be grouped according to class, and in count asterisk it will write the number of occurrences of the same class. So the class 1 was single time only, the class 2 was also coming for the single time only, and class 10 has 3 records. So the result is class 10 has got 3 records. It is displaying the number of records in that particular table. Now MySQL group by with aggregate functions. suppose we have the same table, roll number, name, class and marks. Now suppose we are writing the query, select class, comma, AVG marks from student, group by class. Now I want to calculate the average of marks. So my result will have two columns. First is class and second is average marks. Now what will it do? It will group according to the class. Suppose we have class 1. We have only one record of class 1 only. So the average of that one record will be same like 99 only. In class 2, we also have a single record. The value is 82. If I will calculate its average, it will be 82 only. In class 10, we have 3 records. So it will calculate the average of these 3 records. That means 88 marks and 84 marks and 82 marks. It will calculate the average and give the result. The result will be 84.6667. MySQL group by with aggregate functions with where and order by clause. Suppose we have the same table and we are writing the query, select class, comma, AVG marks from student where class less than 10, group by class, order by marks, DESC. What will it do? It will give 2 columns as a result. First class and then AVG marks. Now it will give only those records whose class value is less than 10. That means in the result it will display only class 1 and class 2 and not class 10. And it will group by class and arrange in order by marks. That means highest marks will come on the top and lower marks will come in the bottom. Now, next is having clause. The having clause is used in the select statement to specify filter conditions for a group of rows or aggregates. The having clause is often used with the group by clause to filter groups based on a specified condition. To filter the groups returned by group by clause, we use a having clause. Where is applied before group by. Having is applied after and can filter on aggregates. Now let's see an example. We have the same table student. Now we will write the query, select class, comma, AVG marks from student. Group by class having AVG marks less than 90. It is doing the same thing as where clause was doing up till now. But we cannot use where class along with an aggregate function. Where clause along with an aggregate function. That means instead of where, if we are using a condition on an aggregate function, we will write having clause. That is the only difference. Now here we will get the records where average marks is less than 90. Only those records whose average marks is less than 90. Now see another example. Select class, comma, AVG marks from student, group by class having count asterisk less than 3. Now again we have applied another aggregate function over here and the result is only those rows which were having number of occurrences less than 3. So I hope you might have understood all these topics. If you have any confusion, any problem, you can go through the video again. I hope you will understand it. Thank you all of you.